Hey everybody, you're listening to the 2-5 cast, episode 42. I'm your host, Mike. I'm here with Camden.
Hey.
That really fucked you up, huh?
It was just like the pause and your blatant stare at me.
I was like, shit, dude, what do I do? What do I do?
It's because I goofed you because I was like, 41
41.
in the beginning.
41. So, yeah, what's up, dude?
Just chilling,
Yeah,
you know.
just chilling. Just, what the kids do,
Just chilling in Cedar Rapids.
I'm hanging out with them teens, doing Snapchats. All right.
Snapchats.
We can't even do fake, like, old people doing young comedy jokes.
No.
We can't even do that. Because I genuinely use Snapchat all the time.
Yeah, I do
Yeah.
too. That's like
Unironically, too.
When people tell me so I actually don't really have any form of social media. I very like a little bit. Snapchat's one of those things, and that's just the one I use the most.
Mm-hmm.
Like Tumblr and Snapchat, and then I have YouTube and whatever. But
I chat to people all the time on YouTube.
No,
in the comment section, I'm down there just typing out like, fuck you.
Have you ever typed a comment to
Raider.
a YouTuber?
No, I just thumbs it down and close the video.
Anyway, okay.
No, I seriously judge the shit out of videos that have like shit-ass poor sound quality. And like,
that's fair.
And then like I watch them have like multiple thousands of videos, and I'm just like, I'm so angry. I'm so mad.
Yep, I sure do too.
And I'm like, partially because I spent a lot of money on art equipment. No lie.
Yeah, I know.
And the other part is just like, I can't believe like this is what people watch. Oh, whatever.
I know, it's pretty like weird. It's wild. What I was gonna say, double back into, I was like, just chilling in Cedar Rapids. I don't know
what that meant. So
it's a reference to a Vine Hillary Clinton did. So what she did was she had she had the camera on a cup that said Hillary Clinton. And then she turned the camera to her with like the fakest smile and goes, "I'm just chilling in Cedar Rapids." And I only have ever seen her, like, the part where she speaks. I didn't know at the very beginning of the Vine she had the cup that said Hillary Clinton. Just, like, what a fucking mom. Like, that's all I could think of. I was like, that is such a mom joke. Like, that's a mom joke. Fucking, my God. Ugh.
Anyway, I'm going to talk about porn now.
Yeah.
So, I am going to be the first one to admit this. I really don't like watching lesbian porn because of that whole stigma about like I'm not straight, but the straight guys, they're like, oh, I'm gonna watch two lesbos get it off on each other because I like using casual slurs. I mean, isn't that
Lesbos?
Yeah,
Lebos. I mean,
Lebo.
That's one of those ones. I'm just.
That's
like,
that one biker from DC, isn't it? The guy that fights Superman. I'm Lebo. I'm a big pale bitch boy.
I don't actually know, but sure.
I'm so glad that pop filter's there catching all that spit.
You're welcome. So I don't know. I mean,
but basically,
I get what you're saying.
Like
a lot of stigma.
Yeah, a lot of hetero guys are like.
Kind of true.
Yeah, a lot of hetero guys objectify women because they're like slurping up on each other. But like, I try not to watch it because it's like this is not for me. This is for WLW. And I totally respect that. But sometimes I watch it, and it's so nice, dude. It's so nice.
Yeah.
They're just, like, very nice to each other. They're, like, they'll just kiss for, like, 10 minutes, and they'll be, like, the whole video. And I'm just, like, I just want to clap. I just want to start clapping. I'm like, wow, this is what love is.
I mean, there's times when
they really care about each other.
There's times when I've seen, like, lesbian porn. Again, I kind of fall on the same guideline of, like, I don't really watch a lot of, like lesbian-esque porn.
Yeah.
Just because I'm not a woman. I'm also not loving on another woman, so it doesn't do anything for me. But if I ever do see it, sometimes it's nice. But if it's like an amateur, like, oh, there's just two ladies setting up their camera. Okay. So Mike has like a
little
Blue Yeti snowball thing, and he's just like testing to see if that mic worked.
If it was drawing from our microphones to that one, I was like, yeah, fuck shitty microphones, am I right? The one red eye just looking at me like, you motherfucker said the wrong thing today.
Like, how dare you?
Yeah.
Anyway, like I said, especially if it's just like like a couple, just like, oh, let's just take a sexy video or whatever. Like, I can hear them whispering, like, what do you want me to do? Like, what do you want next?
Yeah.
Like, they are genuinely interested in each other in the scenario.
And then you watch like point of view guy videos, and he's just like, yeah, put it in your mouth. Yeah, and then they're either fucking dead, like fucking ghost silent, just like no words ever uttered, or they're like the worst fucking moaners, like yeah, they're like they're
Oh my
oh
God.
god.
I don't mind if someone's like someone as in actually I'll say someone. I don't mind if somebody with the penis is making like kind of grunting or like groaning noises.
Yeah, because you know what, you
But
shouldn't be
I don't
fucking
like
quiet. Like you're not masturbating in your parents' house.
with your fucking
You're
little
making
sister in the
love
next
to a
room.
woman.
I would not
Or a
say
person.
that. I mean, like, no. I mean, it's not always making love, but
They're
I
making
mean,
love to your genitalia.
I sure, but mostly what I was saying is like I don't like when I don't like honestly whomever is being the more dominant one. Because that's how I feel. Like it could be somebody with a vagina, like even though they're being penetrated or whatever.
Right. But
They-
they're like
they're the more
topping.
dominant
They're
one.
they're the
Yeah.
controlling one.
Yeah, I don't like when the dominant person in that interaction is being so vocal, like with words. It's like, yeah, fuck me, I'm gonna fuck you. Like, I'm like, please stop. I don't like that. That's really aggressive for me. And sometimes, like, sure, maybe when I'm in the scenario, it's a little sexy, but I'm just trying to like jerk off, and I don't want this. You're not fucking me.
So
Stop.
here's the alternative. The person that's like the bottom, and they just say they're just moaning the same words, like yeah, yeah,
Yes.
like in repetition, like nonstop. Yep.
I'm like, ah.
Are you feeling it more or less? I can't tell anymore.
Or like the
Rate my performance.
the
Is it
pers-
3.5 or is it 4 stars?
Like the person topping is like changing speeds and how hard they're going. It's like
Yeah,
the whole time like
it's the same noise.
Stop, please stop. And I don't know. I don't know. I worked in an adult store, so I'm not gonna say this, but like as a person who works in an adult store, like I did talk to a lot of people who worked with like pornography companies and like production companies, and they did, tell me how this kind of stuff works and, how they kind of market porn. And a lot of the time,
Is it
that,
like it's focus tested or something? It's like people really like it when the woman's just making the same noise.
Yeah, they kind of do focus test them, but they follow along with
Sorry,
like
it's called focus testes.
fucking. You're like, good joke, dude. I'll 5 you that front.
No, this
There we
sucks.
go.
Now we're farther away with our new setup.
I know it's okay.
Yeah.
I still get to look at you. and
Yeah,
your
look at
fucking
me.
beautiful blue eyes. I think.
Yeah, just my eyes though, because I'm like I'm that creeper from Home Improvement, that neighbor
Never
who's
seen
like
it.
looking at you with my eyes.
Can't say I've seen.
Okay,
haven't seen it,
he has a
sorry.
neighbor who just is like, "Hey, whatever the fuck your name is, I'm your neighbor. I'm gonna
Oh.
give you some advice."
Is
I
it like a
guess."
big brown fence and he just like pokes
Yeah.
his eyes over
Yeah,
it?
he's just looking at his big old eyes.
Oh yeah, sure. I think I get what you're referring to now. Anyway, but a lot of the times people find that kind of like repeating noise like that the most attractive.
Gives you a rhythm to beat off to, like it's a drum.
with Asians.
Oh, wait, say that again.
With Asians,
Oh, they like that when it's
like people like like the focus testing that like production companies have done, they find that repeating like moaning and sounding and that kind of stuff like that is the most attractive amongst Asians.
Oh.
And I can kind of verify that just because I've been told, but also if I've seen like production made pornography, like the fucking whole setup and scene, lights and camera and shit with people who are Asian, a lot of the times the men who are penetrating are dead silent because they want to hear that like weird repeating high pitched noise amongst Asians. It's like a stereotype that the society has, and then the pornography companies just follow along with the stereotypes.
Yeah, they're like,
I mean, it
just
sells
works.
the best,
Yeah.
and just why not? And you know what? I
So
can't be mad at them for that.
you ever see that one video of it's like a porn scene and like the guy nuts and it hits the cameraman and it's just like, oh
No, I
like
haven't.
he like turns back because he's got like nut all over his face. But like the part that kills me is why was there another cameraman recording the cameraman to catch this moment perfectly? Like I feel like it's fake. I wanna believe it's real because it's so funny. But like, what was happening that you need two cameramen watching each other?
I mean, it could potentially be that like
I mean, I understand like
depending
multiple
on
camera.
I
like,
haven't
shots,
seen I
but-
haven't seen the shot, but depending on like the angle. So say say this is a table. No one can see that.
It was very
Like,
far away
they-
too. So that guy was like an Olympic athlete nut shooter. Like he would
Oh,
launch that shit. He
fuck.
put his nut over that
That
face.
is from Hours of Edging. Anyway,
mean,
I
sure.
can tell you that. Yep. Anyway, it could be that like they're gonna
And they're off.
in one of the frames, if like the farther away cameraman is just gonna take like the top half of the male
Mm-hmm.
and just show that. That's just like that camera angle, and then so you don't actually see it.
Do you remember when
It's like the preview porn, like
Sure.
they show that part and you have to pay for it to actually see the thing. Yeah.
Do you remember when like premium porn was like used to be like under like a really harsh soft light? Like it was like all angelic, like everything was like fucking blurry, and I'm like, why do we do this?
Yeah, that's
It was like
70s.
Yeah, well, I mean, like,
I mean, not even then. But
I feel like 90s, late 90s, early
yeah, I'll
aughts.
agree with you with that one.
I'll agree with you with all that.
You're right.
Just the way you said that made me laugh. Sorry. But like, I just remember this. I don't know, like the like someone smudged the screen, and it was like, fuck, we don't have enough money to go up to HD. How do we fix this? Like, fucking smudge it. They'll never realize.
Blur the edges.
They'll blur the shit out of it.
Go to
They'll
Microsoft
realize it's
Paint,
only
just hit the
fucking
blur effect.
980 or whatever.
I mean, I don't know.
920.
I do find that a lot of the time in porn made for women, that effect is still a thing.
Really?
So yes, I think my theory is.
Do they still have them witch nails when it's like two women going at each other?
I've seen, you know what? I've still seen lesbian porn that's like that.
I know, like
That's not fucking
if-
comfortable.
if you're, well, I mean, if it's all outer play, I guess whatever. But like,
Oh, but if you're like
People-
finger fucking the shit out of somebody with like
But, like,
claws,
I don't know.
Sure, it's
People
not that great.
have been out there saying like, oh, if you know what you're doing, you don't need to worry about the fingernails. Like, I feel like there's like a threshold.
sure,
Yeah.
fine,
Sure.
sure. It's my very like. I guess I'll
The
agree.
Microsoft Sam, sure.
Sure. But my theory was though
Microsoft Samuel, who grew up in Dr. Samuel,
is
Dr. Microsoft.
Dr. Microsoft. He went to doctor school. I just tried to make a joke.
Uh-huh. You did good.
Yeah. Boop, thank you.
Everybody's laughing, dude. Good job.
Stop. So no, I think porn was just porn. Like before it was really anything kind of specific. Like it was just let's look at porn, and then you have like big titties, and then anal. Like they had very small, like slim categories.
Yeah, and then
And
now there's like branching out like
and
crazy.
Then, yeah, even like that soft, like kind of glow.
Yeah.
I'm sure was focus tested better with women because it comes across as more sensual.
Could you?
And a lot of the time, I don't know if you ever watched porn made for women, air quote, made for women is
I
what
mean,
I'm going to air quote that.
I mean, I go in there just to check it out. Like, what do y'all got?
It's like,
Sometimes it's the same, and I'm just like, okay, that's the MLM WLM solidarity that I'm looking for.
but
We gotta agree. It's pretty good.
but I mean, I like all porn except for some that I will get into in a minute. But
I'm
what-
scared
it's okay.
because I
But
can't make jokes around it.
it's okay. I like a lot of the time if you see like porn's for men, air quote. That's like what it implies. You're just like porn and then porn for women. You know, it's like harsher. It's like brighter lighting.
It's in it like
Vers-
some fuck dungeon.
Yeah, I mean that's like certain scenarios, but porn for women.
It seems like it's the
is
same
softer.
fuck dungeon. It's really messing with my head. Do they just take turns?
I guess it depends on the production company.
Ugh.
Like I don't know, Mr. S Leather is like a
Sure.
bondage thing. I don't know why I know this because I like bondage. Anyway,
Bandage.
but they do some shots or whatever, and they have like the same kind of scenes and setups that you're like, why does this look like the same fucking dungeon? It's like because it is.
Yeah.
It just depends on the company that's producing it.
Because all concrete looks the same. I'm taking this stance.
Anyway, what I was gonna say is the porn that I don't like is when.
Hold on,
I'm-
wait. I had one more thing to say.
Sure.
I forgot. Go on.
Just cut me off if you remember.
Mm-hmm.
Is whenever I'm like watching porn and then I mentioned this to Mike earlier, and if anyone honestly has any recommendations on how to deal with this, please let me know.
It's called make an account on Pornhub and report them. I went through this with you.
So I was jerking, no gherkin because he was gone, but I was jerking.
That was my joke.
Yep, that was Mike's joke. I borrowed it. Thanks, Mike.
I can have it back now.
You can have it back now.
All right,
Here
thank you.
you handed Mike's joke back. Anyway,
We'll hold it for the rest of the episode.
like I don't like
I
like
don't know how to do
awkwardly.
this.
Oh, like you hold it awkwardly, like when you're like gonna leave with your family and you're holding your leftovers, and they're
Yeah.
just like in a fucking 20-minute
I got a
conversation. You're
present, but I
like,
didn't
I
open
don't
it
know what to
yet.
do with this food. That's how I felt. That was my awkward holding.
That's what the song "I'm Ready to Go" by Panic at the Disco is, right?
I'm ready to go. Yes.
Yeah, fucking mom, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go.
Except, I think I've mentioned this before. I'm the mom that stays and talks to people. Like growing up, my mom was like,
Yeah. Are you the mom that's like, when at funerals, like, oh, we gotta catch up with each other. We can't just keep meeting at funerals, because that's how my family is. They're just like, oh, we gotta do like a family reunion. Except for we'll just meet up next time someone dies,
no,
and we'll eat food and fucking
talk about life.
whatever.
Who cares? Not that person. They're not talking about that person that died. But yeah, I came across just like a video, and I went to the girl's profile, and she said she was 19, and I'm so confident this girl is not 19.
If she is,
Like,
I'll let you finish so
like,
people can know what we're talking about.
yeah, like
You said she looked 13.
she looked like she was 13 or 14.
Yeah.
Like,
Do you think she's popular because like if she is? Like,
I don't know.
of
I don't know
age?
if she was popular. It was just like in the related videos. It wasn't in like a popular right now. It was just in related.
Mhm.
And I didn't actually look at how many people follow her or anything. I just went to the profile and was like, does she have more videos? Where is your mother?
Where's your mother?
That's kind of how I felt. I'm like,
She's next. She's gonna start sucking cock next
oh
to
my
me.
god, that's
It's a sportsman package? I can't remember. Anyway, it's a
sorry,
fucking
moving on.
joke. It's a fucking.
You know what? I hope other people got that because I sure didn't.
I'm not gonna explain it.
Okay, that's fine.
Anyway, you want to keep talking about porn?
It's up to you.
I just how much it must have suck
I mean, I don't know. I kind
if
of like
you're
talking
into
about
like
porn.
if you're
We haven't seen each other in a fucking week. We come
we're
back to
just
talk about
like-
porn.
Yeah. How much do you think it sucked to like growing up in like the 80s and 90s, and it's just like I can't find any piss porn anywhere, and now it's like on Pornhub, like you just gotta click the little plus so you can see all the categories, and it's right there. Water sports,
Water sports, or
Yeah.
like you type in like you look for
old versus young. It seems like they're gonna fight each other. This is like this fucking petite woman choking the shit out of this grandpa.
I feel like on the old versus young, it's
I don't think it's called old versus young, by the way.
whatever.
I think it's called just old and young.
whatever. I feel like they picked like the thumbnail. I don't know why I know what the thumbnail looks like, because
It picked the wrinkliest dude, right?
they picked like the creepiest like dude.
Like
with this, like,
something's not right about this. There's
like-
nothing. There's
Yeah.
consent was not earned at some point.
Well, like, I mean,
This
I
is what
know
I would-
that's like somebody's thing.
I would classify this as
Man.
dubious consent.
Like, of course, like they have to have ads. That's how like companies do pay
What?
Pornhub for ads.
We have to have advertisements.
You have to have advertisements, but some of those ads, like that are on. I mean, I go to mobile. I'm on mobile a lot. Like, I'm only ever on mobile. So I'm just like, I don't like these pictures that they put up there.
Mhm.
Like, stop. Like I said, like they get like the creepiest dude, and one that is quite popular on the old versus young, because I've seen it. Even when I'm not looking at anything age related, like it's just fucking up there.
Mhm.
Is there's like this brunette girl, and she's like obviously really petite and like small chest, small
Yeah.
body. She's got like some brown hair, I think I mentioned. Like, but there's this dude who's like kind of got the Ben Franklin thing going on.
Oh God.
But his hair is
Like
like
a bunch of slaves, everything. This dude's
Nope.
on money.
they're both white.
You electrocuted his key.
I'm moving on. His
Okay.
hair is like weird and gray and curly and kind of scraggly, and he has this like fucking like pencil thin mustache.
Oh,
It's
God.
he's just gross. Like
He's like right out of the '70s, but he didn't want to grow up.
kind of, yeah. Like it's just so fucking weird. I don't like it. Like, ugh. I also saw a video one time of what's his name? Ron Jeremy.
Ronald,
Ron Jeremy
Jer Bear,
was being
Ronnie Jer Bear.
Ronnie Jerbear was being interviewed by some lady. So she was being interviewed by some lady, and one of his party tricks is
He can suck his own cock.
nope.
That is a party trick.
That
You see that the party's going. You
you're like,
know you've
"Fuck."
arrived.
You walked in, someone's sucking themselves off. You're
Yeah.
like, okay, that's what we're doing.
Dude, I don't know what kind of parties you go to, but they do not start unless someone's auto-filleting themselves.
There's like somebody on a pedestal that's just doing it the whole party.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like a fucking decoration.
Suck.
Anyway, but one of his party tricks is, he has people like touch his flaccid penis or whatever.
Yeah, it's a party trick. Does it go like a little fucking party blower?
And he
Pull my fingers.
I think he calls it like Little Ron or something.
Little
like,
Ron.
But he'll have people say like, "Wake up, Little Ron."
Little Ronnie Jerry Bear.
And they have them keep their hand on his penis.
Does it have like an old nightcap on it too?
Yeah, it's
and like slippers on the balls.
Yeah, and his ball sack just holds the fucking candle at stick.
Yep.
Ugh, gross.
He holds it with his ass cheeks. His slippers has the balls on it.
Ron Jeremy's just not an attractive dude.
Yeah, but he's got that.
He's got a big fat dick.
He's
apparently.
got pipe.
Let me tell you, I've actually never seen his dick.
Yeah.
Ever.
There's just that one
In
video.
the fucking year that I've worked at an adult store, like one of the most famous porn stars ever, I've never seen his dick.
Is there another porn star that's as famous?
There's a lot.
I mean, like that, like has breached the mainstream.
Isn't Pamela Anderson a porn star?
She's just a star who's done porn. I don't know if that
Oh,
counts.
you're right.
I don't know.
I'm sure. I just can't think of anybody.
Does a leaked porn video make you a porn star? Like I don't know what the.
I think again, I'm sure I'm just blanking at the moment. But I think it's because like Ron Jeremy also did like just regular acting. I think
He also has all those surf shops.
Yeah. Wait, what? No.
Ron John.
Ron John, fuck off, Mike. That's not.
Come and ride Ron
Jeez.
John Murray's surf dick.
Oh my god. You cut off his dick and go surfing with it. It's
And
that
it grows
big.
back. It's like a lizard.
Or an octopus.
Sure, yeah, both.
Octopi are more related to porn.
It can't be because, when octopi fuck, they die,
This is also a fact.
and we have video evidence of that seemingly not octopus man fucking and not dying. Ron Jeremy, because
sorry, I was like thinking of like, is there a video?
Is there an octopus man I don't know about?
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. It's like, what the fuck are you talking?
Yeah, his name's Squidward. Yeah, right over there.
No. I just thought of the fucking vine of Squidward dabbing.
Yeah.
Anyway,
It's a
moving
good video.
on. But yeah, as far as like famous porn stars, I don't know. But yeah, his party trick though is he has them. I think women obviously like touch his penis, and as they say like, "Oh, wake up, little Ron," or whatever he fucking says.
He just forces blood into it.
Yeah, like he will essentially just relax his penis. Like he can make himself get hard. Like a lot of the times, I mean, I don't have a dick, so I can't like I don't have a bio dick, so I can't. I don't know this feeling. But a lot of the time, like you get aroused or whatever. Like it's subconscious.
Yeah.
Like it's like automatically.
You're making
whatever.
your penor think like it's fucky time. Let's
yeah.
get going.
Like he's just
all
like,
ready to breed.
He's just relaxing. Like he's physically making himself get hard, and then. I think he
just opens up the blood
then they're like,
vessels.
oh my god, there's like, oh, your dick or whatever.
Oh, he's awake.
And then
Somebody's gonna put him to sleep now.
And then like within
and they take him out back and they shoot his penis
Oh my
because they gotta put him to sleep.
No, ma, this is my penis.
Thanks, dude. I was gonna do it.
Oh god, but I think like within 5 minutes, like
Just
not even
shotgun
5
right to it.
minutes.
Yeah.
No, well, about a cock now.
And it just goes back.
That's called phalloplasty surgery. Anyway, when you get
Oh, it's called rhinoplasty.
no, it's a
That's your
fucking nose.
nose. I
Like,
know.
what is this? But
That's a sort of a Futurama joke. It's the other nose. I don't know.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's when they were like trying to chop off Fry's nose because it was an
yeah,
aphrodisiac.
aphrodisiac for
But
them.
But they were like, "Oh, it's actually the other nose," and he was like, "No, not my dickie."
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I know
That's a
exactly.
direct quote. That's my
Not my dickie.
not my dickie.
I'm sure they let them say that on TV.
Uh-huh.
I'm sure.
And he was
But his
like,
fucking party, his fucking. Let me finish this.
No, you finish. We get it. He touched it. It grows. Everybody claps. Ron Jeremy takes a bow, and he just walks off like a tripod.
No. God damn it.
Go on then.
Okay, within the next like 2 minutes after he like gets himself hard,
Uh-huh.
they make him like, hey, like no, keep touching it, and then it gets flaccid.
Oh,
He can make his dick get hard and then get flaccid. But you're like, let's just keep interrupting. I'm like, I want to finish this party trick.
sorry.
Let me show you. Now I got this party trick.
Thought we had a good time.
I was having a good time.
Does he have to roll it up like a hose, like a fireman hose?
I've never seen his dick.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You just know about his party trick dick.
Yes, because I watched an interview. He fucking like always wears sweatpants. I know that for sure.
I mean, look at the dude. I mean, he looks
Old
like
and
he was
gross.
born in sweatpants.
I was no. I say that. I was like, I was born in sweatpants, but that's not true. I was gonna say I was born in gym shorts, but I also have not gym shorts on right at the moment. I have regular shorts on.
Verified.
Verified. Yep.
Yep.
Jeez. Porn's great, but it's also not great sometimes.
The internet was made for porn.
Away from Avenue Q. The internet is for porn.
Yep.
I really like Avenue Q.
Anything else you want to talk about?
How have you been?
I'm all right.
How's your vacation?
It was good. I wasn't going to talk about this, but fuck it. I went to a D&D group. I'm not going to say the comic
It's okay.
book shop,
You don't
but
have to.
it fucking sucked, dude. Like, everyone, like, the DM was bored. He really didn't, like, want to do things, so he was just like, let's just say you guys completed it. I'm just like, no, it's...
It was like no enthusiasm or
Yeah,
heart.
and, like, it was me and 2 other guys of 7 total who were interacting. Like,
Oh my god.
one dude spent, like fucking...
excluding the DM or
so it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so 6 total. So including
6 players in
yeah.
the DM.
And it was me and 2 other people who were doing the only interactions with each other, and it was just.
I'm sure they feel the same way.
I mean,
They're probably like, man, this campaign sucks.
no, they look like they had a great time. They come often, and like one guy got himself arrested and killed immediately, and like he really didn't try to fight it. He was just like, basically he tried pickpocketing, and then he got caught, and then he tried to convince himself out of it, and the guard didn't buy it.
His persuasions.
No, he didn't even roll for persuasion. The DM was just like, "No, I hear it all the time, whatever." And
Lame.
and then
I would have rolled for persuasion.
yeah, I would have let him. But like, see, I would have as the player, I would have been, because he was thrown in. This was a Tomb of Annihilation.
Sure.
And basically, the main premise is how it was told to me is, spells that bring back the dead, like revivify, and that's what it's called. And it's something dead, a rise dead or awaken dead or something. It's basically just like, hey, you died. It's time for you to come back to life. Not like zombie style, but like you.
Yeah,
there's
sure.
there's some requirements. There's like you had to have died within like the last X amount of time. There's a chance for it to still fail, but those spells aren't working anymore.
Okay.
Also, people who have been revived are slowly decaying. They're like they're going back to die.
Zombifying.
Yeah, and it's all somewhat associated with this. And people are quicker to die. It's like so when your hit points fall below,
Life is short, but when you come back, life is really fucking short.
yeah, when you hit 0 or below, you have to roll every turn. It's called a death saving throw, and you have to get 3 successes before you get 3 failures. 3 failures, you're dead. Like if you hit 0 points, you're basically like bleeding out or unconscious or whatever. Like you have a chance to like stabilize yourself on your own, but you have to roll 3 times. The difficulty check for that normally is 10. You have to roll higher than 10.
Yeah.
On this island, it is 15. So you have a 25% chance to succeed and a 75% chance to fail, essentially.
Yeah.
And you have to do that 3 times. So that it's you can't res. You can't. People who have been resed are dying, and it's harder to like stabilize. So it's like a very scary place. And on this island, like one of the ways they punish people for shoplifting is they have this like raptor pit, and you're thrown in, and on one side is raptor cages, and on the other side is a rope. So you get kicked in, and you're supposed to go run over there. You have your weapons, you have your hands are just in manacles, so you can't really fight effectively. But like as the player in that scenario, I would have like convince the guard, like, hey, look, I'm a halfling. At least give me a head start. Like, something. Say something. Like, you're going in the pit no matter what.
Yeah.
But, like, you could do things that are, like, not necessarily, hey, let me go free. More like, let me have an actual chance. His character died, and I made the joke that, you ever watch Beer Fest?
Yeah, of course.
When the one guy died, and they're like, hey, I'm his twin brother, and I've also been preparing for a beer competition.
Yeah.
His name was Aaron, but it was Aaron, like the typical spelling.
Aaron.
Yeah, but they kept calling him Aaron. And I was like, well, he could be Babaron. And everyone liked that idea. He didn't want to do that, and I was like, whatever, that's fine.
Lame.
So it just sucks because, like, I was, like, really trying to be earnest, and I was, like, trying to talk up these NPCs and get to know the world a little bit more, which is taxing towards the DM.
Yeah.
But, like, he could just be like, look, I don't want to talk about it, or like, the NPCs just simply not know. And, like, whatever. I'm not going to judge anyone for their abilities to DM because each one has it different. I have one special thing that I hate about one of the players, though. Of all the things you could be in D&D, you could be anything you fucking want. He wanted to be a high elf racist, essentially. Like, he just hated everyone in the group because my character was a half elf. He called me a half breed. He called the half orc like a thing or it or whatever. And I'm just like, you want to do this? Is how you want to be? You want to be a paladin racist? That's basically what you are.
Yeah.
And it was just like annoying, and I'm not going back, which sucks because I really want to play. But fortunately, my sister is going to DM a game for me and a friend.
Oh.
And potentially you.
Oh. Yeah, I thought you were DMing. I was like, yeah, sure, I guess. I didn't know that Jackie was DMing.
Oh, so normally it's me, but
yeah, I know.
Of the three people, the players of the group, one of them can't make it. Like, they're busy till the 23rd. With like school and shit like that.
Yep, I fucking get that one.
And so, they're like, we want to play. So Jackie was like, I've been.
It was like starting a new campaign.
Yeah, sort of. Like Pia offered, which is one of the people in the group, and then the Overwatch stuff came out and sort of pieced out on that idea. And then Jackie's like, well, I'll do a game, and I was like, fuck yeah. So I'm gonna be able to play in that.
Like a side quest.
Yeah, just like bringing one of my characters. We're all bringing new characters in.
Who'd you take to the comic book shop or whatever?
Nobody. It was just me.
What character did you take?
Oh, my half elf, Relkin. He's a wizard. He's a wizard right now. He just multi-classed into rogue.
I'm trying to think if I know I've seen that one. Is that the one with the man bun?
No, I don't know. I don't know which one you're thinking of, but he's got the little smoke in his hand, the little dagger.
I know who you're talking about.
But basically, I like him a lot because I had plans for him to be multi-class into wizard, rogue, fighter.
Sure.
So he's like all about spellcasting and like arcane tricksters is going to be his archetype.
That's cool.
And then Eldritch Knight is going to be his archetype as fighter. So he will have like spellcasting abilities in both rogue and fighter, so that's fun.
You talking about D&D? I don't know why it made me think of this. There's this game I played called Fantasy Life. Did you ever play that game?
Yeah, I own it
for DS.
Mm-hmm.
God, I loved that game.
I never got into it. It was kind of slow beginnings.
It's like
it's a slow burn.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, it's like
it's not bad.
Snow Harvest Moon. It's
no Harvest. But you could be a
like,
farmer in it, right? That was like one of the classes. No, I'm being for real.
You
could be like a miner. Yeah, a miner. I think just like a paladin.
Yeah, paladin's like a wizard or witch or whatever.
Wizard.
But like, I remember like I love that game because I love the fighting. I love like the world exploration and all that stuff. I didn't really care for the story that much, and I don't know why.
Is there a second one?
I don't know. I binged that game though, and I beat everything. Like, ow, my fucking elbow.
What happened? You hit the blanket?
No. No.
We have this blanket up so it can like absorb some of the sound.
Son of a bitch.
Uh-huh.
No, I like whipped my arm out, but earlier
I'm back and forth.
Earlier in the day, I think I just like overextended my elbow, and so it hurts.
You mean hyperextended? That's what it's called.
I know, shut up. Hyperextended my elbow or whatever.
Thank you.
So like my elbow just kind of hurts, and then I'm very expressive with my hands,
No one's looking, but yeah, he is.
and so I just shot my arm out and just hurt my fucking elbow. I don't even remember what I was saying. That hurts so.
Fantasy life. I don't know.
Oh yeah. I beat everything. I did every job, got everything I possibly could, and was like, I'm done with this game.
Mhm.
And then I put it down and never picked it up again.
Hmm.
But I loved it so much. I'm still playing fucking Harvest Moon, Story of Seasons, Trio of Towns.
Dude, I don't know what's up with me, but I don't have any video games right now to play. Like I'm
Oh,
trying
yeah.
so hard. I'm trying to find something that I have like I can revisit or replay.
Cuphead. No, I'm just
No,
joking.
I'm like it's interesting, but that's not my. Here we go. Ready? That's not my cup of tea. You like how I
Yes.
stopped? I was like, hold on, ready? Here's the joke.
I hate sometimes that I laugh so silently because you can't tell I'm laughing unless you're looking at my face.
Yeah.
This is a good joke.
Oh,
though, dude.
I loved it so much. Anyway, it's just not my thing. I can appreciate it. Like I played Super Meat Boy, and that was like a hard platformer thing, and
Yeah.
it's got shooting in it. But I can see what that game is and what it would be, and I just like pass.
Yeah.
And then like Shadow Mordor came out, or what the fuck it's called now, because it's like Shadow Mordor 2, the fucking the whatever.
Yeah. I don't know. Destiny 2. Didn't that just come out or whatever?
Yeah,
Are you a
but
Destiny
is it out on
fan?
PC yet? I don't think it's.
I don't know. I don't
it
think
is.
so.
I don't know. I know it's out and whatever. And I listen to a lot of video game podcasts, and so I kind of get like an idea of what those games are just from how they're described to me.
Yeah. And I like watch YouTubers, so
Yeah.
gross.
Ugh, yeah. Ugh, people on YouTube. Gross. Anyway, subscribe to our YouTube channel,
Please.
please, so we can claim the name.
You were saying.
Right. There's a couple games that are out there that like there isn't anything really like
It's kind of a lull.
Divinity Original Sin 2 came out, but like that's a game like me and James are gonna play, so it's like I don't want to burn myself out on that. And I tried going back to XCOM 1 and XCOM 2, and
Yeah.
I love those games, but like
What about Metroid?
I beat it, I played it, like I did it.
You don't want to play through it again? Or?
Not really. That game, it takes a lot of dedication to play, and it's a very it's a dexterous game. My hands kept cramping because you really got to be kind of pinpoint on some things if you want to be not. There's some bosses I don't want to play that game for. Those bosses sucked ass, dude.
Yeah.
And like even knowing the fight, it doesn't change anything because I feel like they're just so finicky and yeah, whatever. I tried playing Torchlight 2, and like I don't know. I'm playing it on the mouse and keyboard, and that's just not my preferred way of doing something like that. Like I was spoiled with Diablo 3 being on the first actual playthrough I had on it was on the console, and it was just like a really nice, fulfilling experience. And it just upsets me that the PC version does not have consoles or controller support. And I'm just like, what the fuck?
That sucks.
It hurts my wrist, dude. I got carpal tunnel on my right hand, and my left too. But I don't jerk off as much with my left hand, so it's not as prominent.
Fucking full circle.
Yeah. Yep. Full circle jerk. Got him with that one too. And I don't know what to do. I'm having a hard time going back to older games. I'm having a hard time going through my Steam library and just finding something. It's a bit of depression, I'm sure. It's a little bit of that. Played Overwatch, but I can only play so many hours of that. And I played Splatoon
PUBG.
during. I played
Joking.
Splatoon during the Splatfest.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I did really well. I played like 6 games and I won 5 of them. It felt really good.
Damn.
Yeah.
Nice, dude.
I'm pretty good at that game. But yeah, I don't know.
I know you said that you got rid of World of Warcraft, right?
Yeah, just because I don't have the money I don't have the money or the time to dedicate to it. Like if I had the
At the
time,
present moment, yeah.
if I had the time to make the $15 proposition valuable, I probably would do it. But I don't. And if I had the money that I wouldn't care, that I could just pop in every so often, I would do it then. But it's just the ends aren't justifying the means.
Yeah, I feel that. I don't really have anything to recommend to you just because, I don't know. What I did one time, What the fuck are you
I
doing?
was making faces at Cam. Really bad ones too. This is a wild episode.
Oh, jeez. What I did one time is I went into just like a game, like a local gaming store we have, and just I went to like I like DS because the only console I have is the original Xbox. And
Right.
now that I live with like a roommate, he has like a PS4, PS3. I don't know, he's
Mhm.
got some PlayStation.
He's got
console.
whatever. Who
The
fucking
I
cares?
think a PS3. So I could get a PlayStation game and play on his console, but I don't. So DS is really my only kind of or Game Boy. And so
Mhm.
what I'll do is I just go up and I just pick a game. Like I just went in. I was like, huh, this looks good. Grabbed the game and just walked up to the counter and bought it. And
Yeah.
I can't say that it was a good purchase.
Yeah.
It was.
Are you giving me advice or a word of warning? What are you doing here?
I'm saying you should do it because I mean I only spent like fucking $5 on it, so I didn't
Oh,
expect.
okay.
I didn't expect much out of it. But there are some other things I'm like, I should put out the money and just try and play this and see what it's like. But the game I bought was stupid.
Mhm.
But I enjoyed doing it because I'm like, I don't know anything about this. I've never even heard of it. Like
Mhm.
maybe I'll enjoy it, maybe I didn't. And I didn't. But I that's something I would. I mean, you could just go do that. Just like honestly, just go like stay in library or just
There
just buy a game. Be like, hey, okay, sure. Let's see if how this works.
I do want to get. There's a couple games in mind that I'd probably would have a good time playing. One of them is the Splinter Cell, the new one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's not new. It's
It's
the
the
most
most
recent.
recent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it came out like 2 years ago. And I was
Yeah.
really intrigued by that one because it was like it actually promoted this like stealthy assassin mode where it's like you really had two ways to go through it. It was run and gun, just go in with your fucking M4 and just shoot everybody,
Sure.
or it was sneak around everybody. But I think they call it like Panther mode or something, where you're all about like being stealthy and you just pop up and and then
yeah.
you just
and then you
sneak
have a
back
fucking
down.
catsuit on while you're doing it.
Oh yeah, you got fucking kitty claws. It's Sam Fisher with little cat ears on it. And he's like, "Hold on, I heard a noise." And he gets spotted. He's like, "Yeah,
It's like the
yeah."
and he has like the fucking drawn on like whiskers and nose.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And I guess if I wanted that fix of that stealthy assassin, I
Yeah.
could just go back to playing like Metal Gear Solid 5, which was really fun. But like, it's I don't know, dude. It's fucking
I mean, do you think
sucks.
it's just depression?
a little bit, yeah. Because I get like this sometimes. I just need something to like fixate on.
Yeah, I know.
And
I
like
know you do.
D&D's there, but like that's not something I could play. That's something like I have to plan for, and like I
That's
only
something
get
you
it
can't-
once a week. Yeah,
Like that's like when you're on like a fucking like a 7 day you're working 7 days in a row and you're like, man, can't wait to like plan for this fucking fat ass nut.
yeah,
Versus you're like, I guess I'll have some free time. I'll jerk off.
yeah.
That kind of thing. I know what you're saying.
And thanks for bringing it back to the beginning of the episode. But the other game was Dishonored 2 because I really like the first one. I
I'm
like
not-
stealthy
I'm not
games.
familiar
I like
with
stealth
Dishonored.
games. Yeah, I love that game. So you would like it because it's like a little gothic horror in parts. They have a guy called the Outsider who is this otherworldly being who like speaks for the whales because people have been using whale bones.
I speak for the whales.
Yeah, well they've been using whale bones to fuel their magic and their whatever. So
Sure,
like they
yeah.
harvest them, and he's like, I don't know, they're like space whales. It's a fucking weird game, dude.
Space whales.
Yeah, really though. I think you would like it. Guy's named Corvo.
Corvo Blue.
No,
Get your head in the game. Good.
I don't know who you're talking about.
It's okay. It's like a millennial thing.
I could probably also play Pokemon, but Pokemon's so slow, dude. It takes a while to get into it. I hope when it moves to the Switch, some of that fucking gameplay is changed up. Listen,
Do you think it will?
this is here. I'm laying it out
Listen, Linda.
because I said this for a long fucking time about the Metroid game. How I wanted like a little centipede in the background. I was
Oh
like,
yeah, you were saying that.
yeah. This is what I want from the new Pokemon game.
Tell me.
I want your character to have stats, and not like in an RPG where like whatever, it doesn't matter. I want it I want your character to like yearn to be something. Like when I grow up, I want to be blank.
Yeah, you
And-
mentioned this to me.
And like it could be when I grow up, I want to be a gym leader. I want to be a trainer. I want to be a breeder. And like you get different perks. Like I want to breed Pokemon, so your eggs hatch faster. They level up sooner.
Yep.
You get better quality eggs. If you want to be like a nurse. You can heal Pokemon out in the field. You can that maybe like when you take them to an actual Poke Center, they have temporary hit points where they have extra that they can burn through.
Yeah, sure.
Just stuff like that. I want to be a trainer, so like your Pokemon get experience faster. You find harder battles out in the wild. You find harder to catch Pokemon, but they're like more rewarding. Like they have extra stats or something like that. And then I want one of the stats to be speed,
Sure.
and I want your speed. Like when you're like
Yeah.
and then like you see the enemy Pokemon. I want your speed to go against the speed of that Pokemon, and like if you're faster, you're able to pick which Pokemon you want. But if it's faster, it's like, oh shit, I gotta just throw something out there. It just picks the first one in your line. Cause like I hate this shit where it's
Yeah.
like, shit, here's this fucking water Pokemon. I guess I'll send my rock Pokemon out. Oh, I'm a fucking idiot. I should have sent out my electric one. Like it should be
Yeah.
like that because you have control. You have a fucking belt full of Pokemon.
I mean, that's why
you
this
should be able to like grab one of the fucking 6.
I know, and it sucks because you're like whatever your default like first Pokemon is in your party or whatever. It's like that's the one that always battles.
Yep.
And I'm like, oh, this sucks. What I also don't like about Pokemon, and like this is just something I personally feel like should be fixed. Nothing to do with any concept like that, but just like I felt like in the most recent games, if you use the Expo share, they level up way too fast.
Yeah.
They need to slow that down a little bit.
Yeah.
Because I think it used to be it took much longer if you
Oh,
had the
yeah.
Expo share on. But now
Well,
I'm
experience
like,
share used to be just one.
yeah, I know
So, and
originally,
now
and then
it's
whenever
all
they
of them have
distributed
it.
it to all of them, it was like it was still slow. Like I
But,
know it was just one, and then it was like, oh, we can do all of them now, and it still takes longer for all of them because I know
Mhm.
it's, whatever. But even though it cut, your Pokemon that fought gets the most experience,
Right.
and then the other ones in your party get like half of whatever that is, or like a portion of that. Even still, with that small portion, they level up way too fast for
Mhm.
like the storyline, and they need to slow that down a little bit. Just because I'm tired of having to turn on and off my Expo share. 'cause
And then
it's just
here's the thing that happens with that is that you don't get a feel for that Pokemon. You don't get to like
no.
you don't have that 100 battles with them. You just have like the 10 that you had to switch into because it was a fire type and that's your only water type.
Yeah.
And like it sucks because it all of a sudden you're like, I have no fucking clue what this like what this Pokemon could do because I've always just had it in the back of my party. Like I want to have a reason to bring that one out.
Oh yeah, I'm guilty of that. Of like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm at some point in the game when I'm like, I don't want to beat,
I have a flying type because eventually I'll learn fly, I guess.
yeah, or like I don't want to beat the Elite Four yet, but I want to just like evolve Pokemon and fill up my Pokedex.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I just have Pokemon in my party that I'm just like battling, and I'm like, oh, just leveling them up, and I've never played with them, and it's not, I just don't know, and like, I feel bad because there's some people. Actually, I don't feel bad about this. Like, I'm a product of that kind of flaw. Is like a lot of people know a lot of the names of the Pokemons. I don't because I've never played with them. I never needed to. They were just
Yeah.
they're just a dex filler, And
Sure.
even then, my favorite Pokemon is not one that I actually like playing with because I personally think Drifloon is just kind of a weak Pokemon.
It's pretty useless.
Yeah, and even like Drifblim, I'm like not that great of a Pokemon.
yeah, Drifblim.
As far as like stats and stuff go, it's like just not that strong of a competitor. But Drifloon is just so fucking cute, and in my opinion,
Yeah.
and then I'm like,
Yeah.
this is like such a cute Pokemon. I love it.
It
It's my
is.
favorite, and like the story is so fucking creepy, and like I like that obviously
Yep.
because I'm a creepy kid. But I don't know. It's just it sucks, and
There's a lot to be fixed when it comes to Pokemon because again, I
know.
feel like the combat's kind of slow. And I don't know how you fix that because I still want it to be that menu. Which move do you pick?
yeah.
I
I mean, they put it in your hands then, because then you're like, oh well, I can. If I have to put
There's
this
a-
down for a second and go to the
It's
bathroom,
still so linear. You're still going down route
Excuse
1,
me.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're fighting these
they
gyms
just
in
have
this
names
order.
now.
It maybe needs to be a little procedurally generated. I feel like, or not procedurally, but like it needs to dynamically level with you. So no, like, oh, I didn't fight Joey when I was level 1, so I'm gonna come back and kick his ass. Like I feel like the whole place should open. Like there should be some parts that are like kind of locked off. Because
Yeah.
it's like, oh, I went over here and learned Rock Smash. Now if I go back to here, I can break open and get the weird prize.
I mean, they do have that.
no, but it's not linear. Or I mean, it is linear.
Oh, I
You
see
are
what
going to
you're
do
saying.
in Sun and Moon, you're going to do the fucking first trial and then the second trial and the third trial, and they're going to do it at the pace they want you to do it.
Yeah.
I want something that's not necessarily open world and not MMO. I don't think MMO is the right answer. MMO would be cool because then your Pokemon roster would matter,
Yeah.
but then it becomes what is the top one? What's the group to get? And then that just makes like defeats the whole purpose because then everything's like more cookie cutter. I don't know. It's a interesting problem to solve,
Yeah.
and I can only hope that taking it off of a handheld and putting it on a Switch, which still handheld, fixes like gives them an opportunity to like change how they go about it to break the mold.
Yeah, and like I know they're trying to do different things with like the fucking megas and stuff like that.
Megas
but,
and
like,
the
Z
Aloha form
crystals or
was
whatever.
cool. I like the Aloha, and the Z's were okay. It's just like, oh, now you have a super move that they can use.
Yeah,
But, like, it
that
slowed
for
it
me,
down.
like honestly, for me, like, oh, this is cool. It's not what I wanted,
Yeah,
and like I know, like Nintendo knows, like we can't please everybody, so we're just gonna kind of do what we want,
Yeah.
to some degree. But it's like I said, this is not what I wanted. I'm like sure, for me, and then this is what your concept comes into play. It's like I'm not all about like battling and stuff.
right.
Like, oh, I'm not about like I need like the strongest Pokemon, the best
Put
Pokemon.
some. I
like breeding. I like evolving.
I feel like the
putting
talent
work into
stuff or
that.
the showcase, like where you're like
the
like
fashion
doing.
shows and shit.
Yeah, I feel like that could have been more explored a little better.
I felt like, cause I didn't actually do any of that stuff until my second playthrough of X. Like,
Really.
yeah, I didn't touch any of that stuff. And I was like, you know what? Let's just explore. Let's see what this is. And like, I actually kind of enjoyed it. I was like,
Yeah.
man, this is
a little,
this is like not a bad concept.
I-
I feel like it needs to be polished though.
I liked in Sun and or not Sun and Moon, in Heart Gold and Soul Silver, they had like a competition thing where it's like, I want to compete in the running race speed thing, and that was neat. I don't know.
Yeah. So I
Anyway,
don't know.
you want to talk about anything else?
Fucking games. Ugh.
Or you
I
want to
love
wrap
them
it
and
up?
I hate them. We can head on out.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
No, that's okay. Thank you guys for listening. We've been Mike and Cam. I don't know. What do we say now? Because I really don't want to pimp our shit out because we really don't like promote it.
Mike and Cam.
We just, like,
with the 2-5
We just show up once a week, shit this out, and then disappear, and then
Yeah, I know.
disappear with like deuces on our faces. Like, see ya, peace out. All right. Well, I guess bye. I don't know. Bye.
Well, no, I mean, no. It's not. Let's work this out right now. Everyone's listening to our listen.
Sultry voices.
Mine's not. I'll argue against mine, but sure. I mean, that's the thing we've always talked about is like, what do we want this to be?
But there's links down below if they want to like subscribe to
Yeah.
us. It's down there. You guys, you'll find us. Whatever.
Yeah.
Twitter, YouTube, Patreon. We got all that stuff. Find us. We love you.
Thanks.
Bye.